North Korea mocks Trump as human reject and old lunatic in bizarre rant. North Korea has hit out at U.S. leader Donald Trump in a bizarre rant. North Korea called the USA leader a human reject and an old lunatic in a state-run newspaper published today. They said Donald Trump was spouting all sorts of rubbish during a recent trip to South Korea, in which he condemned the hermit state. And the article took particular aim at Mr. Trump's age, calling him old on 2 occasions. This came after Mr. Trump tweeted his displeasure at North Korea mocking his age. He tweeted earlier this month, "Why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old when I would never call him short and fat? Oh well, I try so hard to be his friend, and maybe someday that will happen." The article published today turned the screw on what appears to be a sensitive issue for Mr. Trump, slating him as an old lunatic and an old slave of money. Published in a Pyongyang-based state-run newspaper, Mr. Trump was also accused of stirring up nuclear tension during his Asia trip. It said, Trump betrayed his true colors as an old lunatic, mean trickster and human reject during his 1 night and 2 days stay in South Korea. Trump in his 35-minute-long address to the National Assembly of South Korea, painted a black picture of the DPRK for 22 minutes, spouting all sorts of rubbish against it. They said he had been sentenced to death by North Korea and had committed blasphemy against Kim Jong-un. The article said, the worst crime for which he can never be pardoned is that he dared malignantly hurt the dignity of the supreme leadership of the DPRK. Trump, who is no more than an old slave of money, dared point an accusing finger at the sun. He should know that he is just a hideous criminal sentenced to death by the Korean people. He will be forced to pay dearly for his blasphemy any moment. And the article concluded by comparing Mr. Trump's saber rattling with the barking dog. It said, rabid dogs barking can never frighten the Korean people. It is a principle and way of the DPRK to toughly react to any acts of hostility. The U.S. will have to bitterly experience what it dislikes most and witness what it thought of in nightmare.